Okay. So hope my screen is visible to you all. So today we will understand the workflow of data and how data architecture works, and also we will understand today a few more details about the data infrastructure and the data architecture, right? Suppose we'll imagine today, okay, the concept what we are learning is data architecture. This is one second. Okay, so today we are going to understand data architecture, or else it can be called as uh, data flow to the organizations. So basically, just imagine, okay, so, okay, one second. Right, so this is a one thing. And now just imagine that you are working in so and so company, okay, let us say Amazon. So you all are working in the Amazon company. Okay, after that, so just imagine what are the sources of the data does the business gets from. So one will be structured form, another one will be unstructured. So these are something called as a source. So where all the data gets to the business. One is structured and another one is unstructured and another one is semi-structured. Okay, so here I write this as a structured data, okay, and this as unstructured data, and this as semi-structured data. So now these are all data type. How does this data gets from? See, suppose you are the buyer. Okay, so you are, let's imagine that you are the customers, one, customer two. Okay, so customer two and customer three and customer four, customer five. Okay, okay, so these are the customers of Amazon. Okay, so what they do basically, whenever they log in, they provide their personal contact details, correct? So like email address, mobile number, current location, address, all those things. The data is collected now, so where do they store their data? So basically that data is called as a structured data of the customers what they are having. So if it is not structured also, we have to make that structure while cleaning of the data. So this is how the first one. And the second form of data, how do the organization get? So they will get from the social media ads, okay? They'll get from social media, and they get from newspapers, they get from informal way. So that is called as a unstructured data. And there is one more kind of data that is of semi-structured. Here it may be called as, daily you record it in Excel sheets, all those things. So these are called as semi-structured data. So now the thing is, once the organization gets these data, what they do? So we are taking the Amazon as a client. Okay, so we are taking Amazon as a client. So they get the data from these different three sources, and these data they have to keep it in their databases. Okay, they use the data warehouses. They use the many data warehouses like. So what are the data warehouse basically? So here, okay, data basically Data warehouse. Data warehouse is something called as we record the data in the structured and semi-structured format. So here we have AWS Redshift as a data warehouse. Okay, and we can practice with MySQL, even that is also RDBMS, that is database. And also they store the data from Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake, and there are lot many data warehouses which will be used in the cloud platforms, correct? So these MySQL can be used for both, right? So for both they can use for the structured and unstructured, and also they can be used in on premises as well. So this is how the data warehouse, so what they do, so these are the structures we do get in on a day-to-day basis. So here we have to fix an automation that these work will be done by the data engineers. Okay, the initially what they do, they take this on premises data and dump that into the structured format to any of the warehouses in a rows and column, that is in a structured way. You're getting right? So this is how it happens. So they will store that, all the data. Okay. This work is done by like this, they'll store. Suppose you have a customer records. The client requirement will be in such a way that I want to store all the customers' data in a region wise. Okay, so in the region wise I want to suppose to store the data. So what I'll do, I will take a filterizations of what all the regions I have. Suppose do I have Indian candidate, so I'll add them in one rack. Suppose I have a UK candidates more who purchase from the Amazon, I'll add it out here. Okay, I'll add the USA candidates, and I'll add the German candidates. Okay, so like this, so I may add, so here on the basis of the product, so I may add the customers. Okay, I may add the customer details for it. Okay, and I may add here product details. Okay, so what I do, I just take all the raw data getting from the different sources, and I'm storing that in my organizational devices in this format, in the sense the rows and the table in a proper structured way. I'm storing that, that is called as a warehouse. It might be anything like MySQL, Snowflake, or Redshift. So who do this work? So this work will taken care by data engineer. Okay. So this work will be done by data engineer. So you're getting right. So who does this work? So this work is done by the data engineer in the organizations. Okay. So this is the work of the data engineer. So once it is done, what we do? So these data sets are stored. Okay. So this is cleaned. Okay. So here the process ETL comes into a picture. What is ETL? Basically, ETL is nothing but it is a process of extraction, transformation, and load. Here I'll extract from the local sources. It might be anything structured, unstructured, or semi-structured. I'll take it in a batch wise. As an engineer, I'm talking on a perspective of the data professionals, what they do exactly. Okay, so if imagine, so now Pradeep is a data engineer. So what his core responsibility to do in the organization is he has to create a pipelines for what? So data will be gathering daily, because Amazon is a worldwide company. So we will be getting on a region wise millions together, the data will be there. So what we have to do, so we have to create a batch. So do I take millions of data together for the analysis? No, we should not take, because it overlaps and helps us to create a false assumption. So for that we have to create a batch to say, okay, we will work on the region of UK, tomorrow we'll work on India, and day after tomorrow USA. Like that we have to create a batch, and you have to pick that. Once you pick, you make it out the sorting of this data. Once it is sorted, Again, you will be adding that. So these are the cleaning part. So once the cleanings are done, you will be dumping that into the warehouses. Okay, so these, suppose, imagine this is the warehouses. It might be the Snowflake, it might be the, Hadoop file systems, it might be the Redshift, it might be the S3 buckets, whatever the storage platform your organization uses. So that will be added, dumping. Okay, so this is the direct dump one. There will be a direct dump once you'll direct it, and cleaning process, that is called as ETL and ELT. So I'll just write here ETL and ELT. Okay. So this, after this, okay, and after this, this data, whatever we get ready from the warehouses, we will use that data for cleaning as a data analyst and scientist. So this data will be used by us, okay, for the purpose of what all we can do here. So we will be cleaning this data, and we will be remodifying that according to the business needs, and again we will be adding those data to the visualizations, and then we will add that to the share that report to the organizational head. Okay, so these are the things done by the data analyst. So I'll just write it out here, data analyst. Okay, data analyst and scientist does this work. So here they may use Excel for initial data cleaning for the small data. So here we'll be using Power BI, and for visualizations also may use AWS for cleaning initially, and S3 buckets is very important to fetch the data from the resources. Once it is done, also I have to write the queries in the SQL queries to fetch the data. And along with that, version control is very important. Okay, the Git and GitHub. Along with that, we have to learn how to do the documentations, and also the storytelling part. In storytelling, in the sense that story telling for story on data is very important. I can put in this way, instead of storytelling, we have to make sure that we'll be learning all those things. Okay, so these are very important. So this is how the entire workflow in the every MNCs works. So first, initial stage of cleaning will be done by the data engineer. First, he'll dump all the raw data into the on-premises to the cloud environment, and then he creates a batches and starts cleaning by automations with the ETL tools. There are many tools, Tabu Prep Builder there is, and there are many cloud platforms as well. Three different providers we do have: AWS, GCP, and Azure. So based on that, they'll be cleaning the data, and they'll be dumping that into a cloud warehouses where everyone, the data domain professionals, has an access. And once it is given an access, so we will be writing the queries to get the data from the warehouses, and then we start cleaning the data, collecting the data, EDA process, and then we find the patterns, we find the insights from the data, and find the solutions for that. Everything is a process ongoing here. Correct? So these are the things what we do. So once it is done, there is a last stage where the governance comes. Governance is nothing but there will be a compliances also. So we have to make sure that the compliances we have to meet. So compliances are nothing but data standards and the security, and how we can protect our data protections, how the organizations are doing. Okay, there are some compliance standards, so we can discuss that in the later classes. But here, just for an information, how securely you will protect your data, that is very important. This can be taken care by other department, but still the knowledge of how they works, this is very important. And also you have to understand what is governance as well. See, governance is something that the organization, suppose Amazon is your client. So if Amazon is fixing some of the rules and responsibility of how the data has to be protected and what is your pros and what is your cons as a data analyst within the organization. So governance is something called as a rules and regulations set inside the organization. Compliances are the standard fixed by the organizations, not from the different countries, where all the countries will be following the same organizations. We are having with the two kinds of compliances. One is with the USA and another one is from Europe. Okay, so one is GDPR. Okay, general data protections regulations, it is from the Europe. And one with the HIPAA we are having, that is also the data protection, but majority we use the European compliance standards to protect. So there are 101 standards which is there. So those are the rules and regulations to be followed in every organizations to protect the data. It says that no data has to be leaked or no data has to be sold. Okay, personal data, suppose imagine you are now the source for them. Okay, so for Amazon you are the assets, your data is an asset, so they can sell your data, right? So it is not legally entertained. So the Data Protection Act says that, so whatever the data you received, so we learn the data, that is fine. But if I want to protect my data, what is important here? So here the important is I have to protect my data so that the compliances has to be met with the organizational standard along with the GDPR, General Data Protections Regulations. So there is a standard. So I'll just show you 1 second. Okay, so okay. Yeah. So this is the GDPR original file. So let me open here the compliances. Yes. At your spare time, you can go and overview on this GDPR compliances, how the data is protected, working remotely, and how the cookies works, right? So e-private policies. There are 101 policies given in this gdpr.eu, so you can go and navigate over there and you can read for it. Okay, so it gives more in-depth informations about how you protect your data and how every organization and how every industries in the IT, in the MNCs, not every company follows this data protections, like non-IT sectors, but IT, everyone has to be integrated with this GDPR or HIPAA, any one of the data protection, because to become legally certified. So this is very important. So any doubts so far? So governance means checking, cross-checking whether all the workflow from cleaning to execution, whether everything is working fine or not. So this is called as governance. So for that, there will be internal rules and regulations that has to be met by every people of the organizations. Okay, so any doubts in today's session? Um, okay. So Mehul Ram. So hi Ram. So am I audible to you? You can unmute, or else you can use the chat box to communicate. And Akansha. So hi Akansha. Okay. So Kantri, no response. Please interact, or else it will be too boring. Okay, I got. Okay, Kantash is there. Okay, so okay, here Ram. So, okay, Ram, it's okay, not a problem. So, do you have any questions, Ram? Are you able to understand the concept, how the data flow works? Okay, so fine. I think Ram joined late. Do we use prompt engineering tools in, yeah. See, basically, prompt engineering is something called as how you write the input message to all the AI. We do have 15 plus open source AI now. So we will be learning as of now in the curriculum. I have been added with the chat GPT as a tool to write the prompt and to learn the prompt engineering. So we can see parallelly with the Copilot, Black Box, and also OpenAI and many more AI tools, DeepSeeker, right? So, and also Julie's AI. So, all these things we will use in our day to day activities to understand how I can or you all can implement the AI outputs, okay, by giving your good prompting input to get the accurate results from it, okay. So, we will be learning that prompt engineering. So, yes. Yes, it is a part of our course. Prompt engineering is a part of our course. And hi, Kansha, do you have any questions? Kantashri, Mohammed, Mehul, Pradeep, Ram. Yep, thank you. Thank you, Ram. So, okay, Kantashri doesn't have any doubt. So, fine then. So, our regular classes timings would be 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And we'll be starting our regular batches from Friday. Okay, till Friday we do yeah, till Friday we'll be having the demo sessions only. So today is Tuesday and second day of our demo, and tomorrow we'll come up with other data topic, and we'll understand lively how it works. And also yeah, so batch timings would be 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and all the recordings will be provided to you from the DurgaSoft team, and the recordings of each and every classes from yesterday, the day when the demo starts, from there to you'll be getting the end of the day. It might be the 60th class, it might be the 70th class. Every recordings will be given to you from the management, and later on so you'll be added to you'll be assisted with the job assistance will be given to you. Job assistance only in the interview preparations, the questions, and also the resume building, and you'll be given all the notes of each topics. Okay, so apart from that, these are the curriculum we'll be learning. And here the tools and technologies covered is Excel, Power BI, AWS, S3, and other services of AWS related to the analytical domain. And we'll be learning here MySQL, GitHub, and also the very important I have missed, that is Python. Okay, so here the Python is very important. In the Python, what all we learn? We learn the pandas, okay, and we learn NumPy, and we have to learn Matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay, so these are the tools we have to cover in this curriculum, and we'll be learning all these things. Okay, it's Seaborn. That's okay. So these are the things. So any doubts apart from this, everyone? Okay, after completion of course, how many years experience we can claim in our, okay. Based on your current experience, what is your current background? If I know that, I can suggest you like how many years you can add it out. And SAP, sorry, you are from SAP background. So if you are from SAP background, in SAP also there is a um there is a analytics over there as well. Okay, so you can merge that in your all the analytical skills in your current employment only, and then you can add all the projects. So basically I haven't told you about the project out here. So what are the projects we are going to cover? So let me. So when it comes to the project, so basically the projects will be dealing with here real-time projects. Okay, so one with the tools of will be using every tools. So basically first we'll be learning Excel dashboard as a basic level. So in the first 5 to 7 days, we'll be learning the dashboards, how to prepare in the Excel. So in that, it covers all the pivot table, pivot charts, per pivot, per query, everything. And then we will be doing with the Python visualizations using the Matplotlib, and also the Seaborn, right? And along with that, we will be learning here with the Power BI also. Power BI dashboard creations, and finally I'll be explaining you the Google Analytics, which is complimentary for you. So because if you see apply for a job for this you know analytical positions, so the web analytics and the Google Analytics is a top priority for every organizations to be known by the data analyst. This is the one top more core point, so you can add it in your resume. That is the Google Analytics. Okay, and apart from that, so once these projects are done, we can go with all together with SQL manipulation and Excel dashboard creations for the same data, and Power BI also, along with that Python data cleaning altogether. So this is how you'll be expertising with your graphical skills in these projects. Right, so this is how it works in the real time also. So there will be a dedicated visualizations. If we learn all these things with the weightage, so it will be easier for you to crack your interviews very easily, right? So yeah, so parallelly, so these are about the projects. And as I told you, so what are the benefits out here you get? So you'll be getting interview questions. Okay, so interview questions on each tool. On each tool you'll be getting interview questions on each tool you'll be getting. And after that, you'll be given all the recording sessions. Recordings will be provided. Along with that, you'll be given the documentations on each topics. Um, Along with that, so yeah, so the timings of the classes will be from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's Monday to Friday. right? So it's from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Live classes, same in the Zoom link. Right. So apart from this, what other tools we'll be going to learn? So the tools you can go with the DurgaSoft website. So there you can browse it for the syllabus for the data analytics. Eshwari you can add. So you'll be having a URL over there, so that it helps you to understand what are the tools we are going to learn. So and here the tools again. I just wanted to brief you out. So tools, what are we are going to cover? So basically, it starts with Excel, MySQL, right? And Power BI, Python, AWS, Git, and GitHub. Okay, so these are the things. And the durations. You may ask, can we cover all those things in 45 days? So number of days is 45 days to 60 days. Okay, so to complete entire concept with the projects, it takes up to 60 days. So any doubts in this? And also, while doing the project, we have to deploy that projects, right? Where do we deploy that? We deploy that to our Git and GitHub accounts, or else we will be creating, if time permits, I'll just help you out with creating your own portfolio with the websites, like how to create a HTML or CSS websites on your profile. So that is about uh, yeah, prompt engineering. Okay, I missed that one. So 1 second. I'll just add it out. Prompt engineering. So it's with ChatGPT and other AI, other AIs. Okay. So this is one of the important. Yeah. So add it. Yes, Ram. The syllabus content you can download from the DurgaSoft team. So you can add it over here. 1 second. Let me see whether I have it. You can go here.
बिल्कुल ना आया पापा है और भी वरती जाऊन वरती जाऊन बस
Yeah, here we do have. Just I'll copy this URL and I'll give it in the chat. Okay, so here we go in the chat. So yeah, the syllabus is given in the chat, and whatever we have discussed, every tool has been updated over here. Okay, so the prompt engineering is nothing but how you'll be writing over here, right? So this is very important here, the prompt engineering. So it is included, but only for the chat GPT I have given. So but we will be learning out every AIs which is very booming nowadays. Okay. So and you can see all the subtopics also on a topic wise we are going to learn day by day. And these are the things. Any doubts or any questions?
hello ma'am tableau is not learn teaching
Tableau is not included in our syllabus part. If the time permits, after 60 days, I can take 2 to 3 days on the overview of the Tableau. So you can learn over there. Tableau is nothing but it is a competitive tool for the Power BI. So whatever the components you learn in the Power BI, that will be there in the Tableau as well. The user interface, little it differs, that's it.
okay
Okay. So fine then. So we will wind up for today and we'll connect tomorrow with a new topic for demo class. Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Priyanka, Pradeep, Mehul, Ram,
Thank you,
Akansha.
ma'am.
Thank you. Visualization tool, yes, Ram. Visualization tool is nothing but it's a Power BI. And also Google Analytics is a visualization, and whatever the Excel dashboard you create, that is also a visualizations, interactive dashboard. Okay. So thank you everyone. Yep, thank you. We'll connect tomorrow.